Have you ever thought of that you were being very wrong when you ate a lot of wrong food? You might be right. A lot of people put a lot of work into making sure that you keep on eating. A reporter, Kerry Crow, discovered that it's a very secretive and a very competitive industry which works on food and makes it simply irresistible. Have you heard about the Department of Food Sciences? How many of you know about the Food Sciences Department? When I got into university, we got admission on merit based. So the highest merit was for food sciences. And when I found out about the department, I thought it was just about having looking around the nutritional value of the substances that are present in the food, or maybe the junk food or something. But recently only, I discovered that it's about a lot more. You know MRI, the diagnostic technique for the entire body. For a layman, I would say it's a very clear and a more detailed picture of an X-ray or a CT scan. In medical, we use it for diagnosing dangerous diseases. But in food sciences, we use it when we feed a person with Doritos, we put him into the MRI to see if it's giving the pleasure effect. And hence, the food is formulated in such a way that it becomes a habit. And it brings a pleasure sensation. And that's the reason you cannot eat just one. If I say about junk foods, Collins Dictionary defines it as a pre-packed food or something that's available over the shelf in your grocery stores. Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines it as a food which is high in sugar and fat content and low in the balanced nutrition. Whatever food we eat breaks down into these components: carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. A balanced diet involves carbohydrates, fats, proteins, and vitamins and minerals. The food that we eat, be it junk food or that homemade food you say, breaks down into either of these four components. Anything other than those goes for elimination. We have those factories, the liver and the kidneys. These are our factories for elimination. Trust your body. Those E104, those E102, those E222, we are scared of that, right? Yes. We say that's the reason that we are not supposed to eat that McDonald's burger. Or maybe those French fries. These factories can eliminate those things. And the French fries, the burger that you eat, the homemade food that you eat breaks down into carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals. Anything other than that will be eliminated. Okay. But why do we say a lot of cupcakes, a lot of sugary foods is bad and maybe the homemade food is not bad? Let me tell you, carbohydrates is broken down into simpler compound known as glucose. You know all this, right? You know the glucose, right? This is the ready-made source of energy. Then we have fats. Fats breaks down into fatty acids. Proteins break down into amino acids. Now the sugar that you eat from the cupcakes, it breaks down into glucose, and that's why when you eat a cupcake or a sweet, your energy boosts and then the brain utilizes it and then there's a fall of energy level. For example, the potato or the bread, that will also break down into glucose. Eventually it will break down into glucose, but the energy will go up and then it will come down. There's a difference between having the potatoes and the sweets. If I come back to junk foods, we do not let our children eat junk foods. Now when we know that it's going to break down either into these four things, and the rest of it will be eliminated. Now, will you give your children the burger? How many of you will give the burger to their children? Still not agreed with me. So, let me tell you about those food-graded substances. Those E102, those E122, and those preservatives and the modifiers, they are food-graded substances. We have heard about food-graded paints, we have heard about food-graded colorings and all. Anything to be there on the shelf of the supermarket has to undergo certain experiments and tests to be called the food grade. The FDA is not going to allow anything that's going to stay in your body. Everything has to be eliminated. Things that stay in your body are called the carcinogens. I'm talking about smoking and nicotine and all. They stick to your body, and hence they are not good for your body. Other than that, everything that you eat is going to be eliminated. The cola is something that's misunderstood. The cola, we say because it's high in sugar content and maybe it's used for cleaning the bathrooms and the cars and all, it's bad. No. Cola is bad because it is going to stimulate your stomach to increase more in size, and hence you can consume more of what you eat. That's the only thing that cola is bad about. Cola, please use Harpic for washing your washrooms, and please use car cleaners for cleaning the cars. Do not use cola for that. To end up, what's the situation? What's the thing to avoid all this? A shepherd who was not a scientist said that a few mouthfuls of food is enough for a person to keep going. That shepherd was no other than Muhammad. Thank you. Over to Toastmaster of the day.